Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking basketball and the meaningful kind. We're finally to the NBA playoffs, and we've got some good matchups in some of the play-in games and some of these playoff games. We're talking Pacers, Wizards. Wizards minus 3 here. Total is 238.5. Yes, that's really high, but we are talking about the Wizards. We've got Ross Benjamin here to break this one all down for us. Ross, initial thoughts on Pacers and Wizards?
Yeah, you say we're talking about the Wizards here, but Indiana just put up 144 points last night. So,
Right.
these teams have played three times this year. Each one of those contests went over the total. And the average total in those games was 139.7, and it was like 153 points scored per game. At the end of the day, I don't know if those are exact. I lost track here in my notes, but I could tell you all three games were high scoring affairs. I think we're going to see a high scoring affair again tomorrow night. We are taping the day before, by the way. In Indiana, they've gone 10-1 to the over in their last 11 this year when there's been a total of 234.5 or greater. So that number doesn't affect the Pacers, and it's up there for a good reason. And the Pacers have also gone over the total in their last 5 on the road, and those games have averaged 262 points combined scored per contest. And we know Washington is a very high-scoring team. I like the total to go over 238.5. It almost seems painful to say that, Chelsea, when it comes to a playoff game, but that's the way I see this one playing out.
Right. It should be interesting to watch because obviously the Wizards have guys that can score at will. The Wizards themselves can put up, 138. And as you mentioned, the Pacers just coming off scoring a ton too. So we'll see playoff Russell Westbrook, which should be a treat to watch, not only for the Wizards fans, but also if you bet on props too, because his numbers have skyrocketed to the point where they're almost unbettable. But for some reason, he gets them every night, it seems like. So he is just packing that stat sheet, and he's more than motivated. Anything else you would be on the lookout for in this one?
Yeah, I would also. I have a lean toward Washington as well. I mean, you look at their last 11 games when they were deemed to be a favorite. They've gone 11-0 straight up in those games, and 9-1-1 against the spread. And I mentioned a straight up number because you're only being asked to cover a 3-point margin. And those
Right.
11 wins have come by an average of 15.4 points per contest. Indiana's been a little erratic this year, where Washington has played really well down the stretch, Chelsea. And I really like the Wizards to cover this small number. So I twofold here. Washington -3 and go over the total of 238.5. And you mentioned Russell Westbrook. And just imagine if he shot the three the way he used to. His stat line would be even more impressive than it already is.
Right.
So
Well, he doesn't even need to because when he drives to the basket, I don't think anybody can stop him. And if the refs are calling fouls kind of soft, like they
yeah.
tend to do for superstars, I think that's kind of going to be the way he gets a lot of his points. That's going to do it for our NBA talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Ross Benjamin. Ross, thanks for joining us. All right. If you like what we're doing, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to be notified every time we post a new video or go live, just hit that bell and turn on notifications.